Hi. So, welcome to another installment of poorly lit videos where the screen makes me look like I never see the light of day. Um, so, uh, so, apologies, the video is up a little late. I was very busy and lazy the past couple days. Oh, that's a really bad combination. Don't try it. Um, so, I'll get right to business. Um, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing this video on a verse that you've probably heard some variation of if you've so much as smelt a Bible. And it's 2 Corinthians 10:5. A lot of Corinthians is the book of Corinthians, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, is the Apostle Paul talking. It's his letter to the church in Corinth, saying, "We are Christians. This is this particular section, I should say, pertaining to 2 Corinthians 10:5. He's talking about. He's basically saying we're Christians. We do things differently. He's talking about the godly mindset, the godly attitude. That sort of how the church is separated from the world. You know what I mean. So, 2 Corinthians 10:5, the very end of it, he says, "And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." So, a lot of bells are going off right now. You've heard this verse before. So, when up until I started thinking about this video and what I wanted to do for this video, I, for some reason, I always took that verse to being about sex. I'm not sure why. It was always like a sex, a lust thing for me. I don't know why. It was, I can't, at least I can't offer a solid explanation. Oh well. Not that I'm wrong. I was wrong in thinking that, but I think it's safe to say it's a little more broad. It can be applied more broadly, so to speak. So I'm going through this video to show you how. I'll start off with a lovely, depressing, not fun example. So let's say I'm dating some girl. We're dating for like 3 years. It's a good round number. It's a good long number. No matter how many syllables it has. And we break up, and it's messy. Well, I think if I say messy, I think that gets my point across. Words are exchanged, etc., etc. So it would be very easy at this point for me to, or her, for either one of us to feel sad or bitter or insert negative emotion here. It would be very easy for me to feel very negative towards myself or negative towards her. If I say it would be easy, I don't think that's really a stretch of the imagination. So then comes this verse. Allow me to apply this verse, this idea of taking thoughts captive. Allow me to apply it to this situation. Basically, to sum it up quite succinctly, God says, chill. He says, take your not good thoughts, your anger, your sadness, your pain, and you need to find a way to get out of it. Notice how this verse doesn't say, magically make your thoughts disappear. The verse basically says you need to be aware of what you are thinking, and you need to be aware of the consequences of that. And when I say consequences, I mean the idea that thoughts sometimes don't stay on that tier. Thoughts turn into ideas. Ideas turn into action. Action turns into habit. Habit turns into attitude. Attitude turns into personality. That doesn't always happen, but you got to start somewhere. So God says that you need to, if you're having bad thoughts, just stick with me on this example. I'll extrapolate further. Be patient. He says you need to watch what you're thinking because it's going to hurt you. And think about that for a second. God doesn't want you to be sad. He doesn't want you to not, he doesn't want things to get in the way of you and him. That's the whole goal. That's the whole, the goal of the ideal result here is that God does not want things stopping you on your walk to him. And that's really the issue at hand, isn't it? These sort of things, these thoughts, these ideas that bring us down. Like sometimes life happens. Like you can't control what life happens. You can only control how you react to it. And that's where God says, listen, this has happened and I know it's bad. But if you keep holding on to these sort of things, it's only going to make things worse. And that makes logical sense. Like, God or no God, it doesn't really make sense for you to hold on to bad feelings. Like, what good does that do? Like, somebody tell me. So, I'll move on to another example that's a little more positive. Procrastination. Everybody's favorite game. Teachers always say, don't do it. And then that advice lasts. So if you're a little unmindful of what you're thinking about, it can, like, if you're studying and you're you daydream for like 2 seconds or whatever, okay, that's 2 seconds, but what if you decide to go Facebook stalk somebody for 10 minutes? Or, I'm not speaking from experience at all here. Or you go on, some website here, and that 2 seconds turns into 45 minutes. 45 minutes that you didn't spend on thing. It's a matter of focus. And this is where this verse comes into apply here is God basically wants you to stay focused so that you can get things done and live the life that he gave you. Now it's not bitterness and sadness that are bringing you down. It's laziness or, you know, whatever. Something that's keeping you from doing your work and getting things done and becoming the person you were created to be. And that's what it's all about. To be, that phrase, to be, it's all about the end result here. God's looking out for you by saying you need to be captive of your thoughts. You need to watch what you're thinking. He's saying, look, I'm trying to help you so that in the end you get what I want you to be. God has this image of us. And thoughts, whether they fall into the examples I gave or not, can turn into actions, can turn into consequences that delay that image or mar it. And that hurts. You get my point. Honestly, I don't know how much else I have to say. Dropped this thing. If you couldn't tell, I'm doing this take live right now. I don't have a script written out at all. I should probably hit the stop button. Do I have any anecdotes I want to tell? Oh, I know what I was going to say. Drew did this last week, so I'll do it. Because I feel like more of his friends watch these videos than mine. I don't really have any evidence of that. I just call it a hunch. If you want to get to know me, if you think my videos are good, or if you think they suck and you want to say something about them, or if you just want to say hi, grab lunch, hang out, or just tell me my hair is pretty, I will be leaving various forms of social media interaction below this video. I will not be leaving my cell phone number, so nobody can send me cat facts. Sorry. But if you want to find out more about me or get in touch with me, it's in the About section. If you do want my... I don't know why I said that. If you do want my phone number, shoot me a comment or whatever. I will hand it out. One, because talking to people is cool, and two, because it is the best way to get in touch with me. I check my phone constantly. I'm going to wrap this thing up. Bye.